Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the 7th episode of Hamefura. And like I said at the end of the last one, this one's being recorded just, a few minutes after that one, so the events of the previous episode are pretty fresh in my mind. We essentially had summer vacation, which was a lot of fun. Going shopping, we had books, water, boats, and picnics, sweets, just a lot of fun stuff happened, really. And the usual kind of farming and mother yelling at her, the usual stuff. And also through a flashback, some hinting of a possible secret routes. Well, definitely a secret route, but possibly a Maria Katarina focused route. She didn't say that, but I'm pretty sure that's what she meant. Pretty sure that's what you meant. I think a certain teacup scene and a certain beach scene in the opening backs up my theory. I would say pretty handedly, and I may just keep watching episodes until my theory's proven right or wrong. I might do that. I don't care if it's the 12:30 at night. I may have to just do this experiment. So 3, 2, 1, play. And we are starting off with our opening. And our favorite farming girl. And yeah, the snakes. One of the seasonal shows this season that I'm watching is the second season to Honzuki no Gekokujo. And in that reaction, I comment a decent amount about how the girl in that show, is one of the best protagonists of the season. One of the best ones ever. But the protagonist of this show does give her a run for her money. Katarina, definitely a solid second, for sure. Man, that cake is just glorious. And is that girl there the one that from the real world that talked to her about the game? I think it is. And there's that shot. Yeah, the handhold there is just very telling. It's probably the most romantic thing we see in the opening. And here we go. I entered a dangerous dungeon. Wait, is this back in the real world? Wait, where are we going with this? Is it a flashback, or? It's definitely the same girl that talked to her about the game. But the uniform's different, so she must be in high school now. Ow. So yeah, that's gotta be Katarina, right? Or whoever she was based on, or whoever entered her body. I think she's alive. A great way to meet someone. Yeah, this has to be her, but man, does she look different. Which, of course, she would. She climbs trees, it's what she does. You cushioned her landing. Sasaki. So Achan, right, okay. I have to look up her voice actress. It does sound kind of familiar. Why did you cut it off? Oh. So they were pretty close. Then it all changed when she died and got reincarnated. Don't be a baby. I'm a little confused about the timeline, though, because I thought they were in high school, because the uniform she was wearing was different than the one in the other bit. But it could be, I could have them backwards. Which I probably do, that would explain everything. Aw. Or maybe what I saw wasn't even a uniform when she was walking by the tree, I don't know. Fortune Lovers one very special game. Definitely was not expecting to get that much of the real world life, and there's the funeral. That's how they get you, the isekai worlds. So yeah, now she just has to straight up live without her. I mean, I didn't really think about that too much. I didn't think we would get any of this, so... Are they gonna somehow get her to be involved in the story? Yeah, it's... That was her last message about the game. 3 o'clock. I have mixed feelings because, you know... Because from my perspective, she's still alive in a way. That definitely has my curiosity now. Because it just sounded like there actually might be something there. But, wait a minute. Wait a minute. It's not implying that Sophia is her friend from the world. Is she? Is that what it's implying? I mean, it must be, but did not expect that. I mean, it'd be great. I said, but if that's the case, I still have several questions. I mean, it does, but, you know, she has her own weird circumstances, so... When you're hungry. You don't look it. Wow, I mean, seriously, is Sophia really the friend, though? As long as I can. Yeah, it's not dying. That's what really matters. At least not that anyone that you know of. You're definitely observing it from a front row seat. And yeah, nobody wants to deal with that. That's the most realistic doom ending at this point. Because yeah, I really don't think anyone's gonna stab her at this point. The Dangerous Dungeon from the title. A bit. Well, I've seen our 4 female squad together. Naturally. The good kind or the bad kind. Well, if you die, then you probably weren't worthy to pass. It's very sad. Yeah. Please be careful. We'll be the best team ever. Shoot, shoot, shoot. He tries to. Yeah, so you can't complain. Just you a little bit jealous over there. I've heard. We're gonna be careful. So there might be some foul play happening in this dungeon from some petty people. Definitely a possibility. There, as usual. Don't push that. Don't push that, Katarina. Why would you do that? Why would you even do that? We shouldn't have brought her to this dungeon. Get Indiana Jones it now. Get out of there. Nay-san, please stop touching stuff. That's all we ask. Good thing bowlers aren't good at rounding corners. Can somebody like keep an eye on her? Could we have like in the middle of our line? Maybe we should find some iron boots. Or it's a test of our endurance of cold. Just don't have to tell them twice. So he wants to have his chance to look cool, I guess. I mean, that's cool and all, but can you make a giant clay monster? I didn't think so. It just grows back. Damn, I want to hurry. Okay, looks like we got through it. A treasure chest? Oh, that's pretty. Yeah, I guess so. Hopefully there's no traps in here, which there probably is. Yeah, of course, it wouldn't be that easy. Yeah, we need to leave. That was definitely a trap. Please don't let her fall to her death. I like her. Oh, princess carried. Very fitting. I'm just sad that Maria and Katarina were separated, though. Happens to the best of us. Yeah, we could have just died there. What's going on over here? A choice. Is it the directions? Freaking Katarina almost made me spit my water out. It was just, it was that really sold it. Should study harder then. Maybe. Maybe we should split up. Right. I mean, I completely get her logic, but they don't play video games, so they wouldn't get it. Yeah, they don't get it at all. It really does feel like a video game dungeon, too. Especially this room. Maybe we could freeze the water and walk on it? Or we'll do whatever he's doing. Ah, platformer. Okay, gotcha. Or no, actual bridge. Okay, I guess that's easier. I mean, yeah, why would you make a bunch of platforms to jump from when you could just make one bridge? That's a lot more practical. I'm sure you'll have your time to shine. You're very special in your own way. Yeah, it looks like she's already... Good job. You really had your chance to save the day. That was amazing. Wow, okay. Just little dirt hole thing that she does. Just, oh, no. Oh, well, she got separated. Yeah, she kind of disappeared. Just using her power to fill in the hole with the dirt. I didn't laugh out loud very much, but that was one of the funniest things in the show. So, I wonder what she's gonna stumble upon. Oh, council. I did. Quite a plot twist. Go take a nap somewhere, wait for somebody to come to us. Smart. I imagine it's what she always does at the council, look for food. Oh! Could we find something better, maybe? You can't exactly be picky for food in a dungeon, to be fair. Oh, mushrooms. They do not look healthy, though. They very much look poisonous. Let's not just eat it. Let's at least boil it first. I don't know if it would help, but it's worth a try. Too bad it doesn't have fire magic. Sophia. We kind of lost Katarina. We don't know where she went. Really can't take your eye off her for 1 minute. You lost someone. Probably gotta form a search party. Yeah, definitely gonna go back to that part later. The beginning dream sequence bit. Yeah, so what exactly... I'm still wondering what's going to happen. Like, she's been separated from them, she's going somewhere else, but where is, like, the end point of that? That's what I want to know. What she will find. Ah, wind magic. Definitely could be helpful. Some nice music to accompany it. Right. Oh yeah, that definitely seems to be helping. Oh wow, yeah, that actually really nice animation too. I love the color scheme, the flow of it. Looks very magical, but also kind of, I don't know, kind of like, never mind, I don't know where I was going with that. Let's just end that train of thought. It's all about food with her. Yeah, she would know that voice anywhere. Just means mushrooms. You know this girl. You know she would do it. Let's find her before she hallucinates too much and or dies. Oh. Is that valuable? It looks valuable. She just uses it to cut the... Okay. That's a real value in it. I still don't think you should eat those. And what is a dark mist that keeps popping up? Is it like a ghost just kind of watching her? So one that wants to tell you not to eat mushrooms because that's how they died? That's gonna break. You tell by the way it was drawn that was gonna break. And nobody's sure to catch her. Maybe the ghost can. Maybe a mushroom will help her. Not like this. Not like this. Oh no. Somebody quickly appear. There we go. Wait, that's Sophia, right? Yeah, that's Sophia. But she's not exactly the strongest character in the show. So, can somebody help, please? Yeah, she's not gonna lose you twice. Yep. I knew it was going there, but it was still good. Definitely confirming the reincarnation. Even if she's not fully aware of it herself. Oh, we are floating. And hand-holding. Which is the more important thing. And more importantly, how much do you remember about your previous life? There we go. Please don't disappear again. You should probably hold hands at all times with this girl, honestly. Okay. Then what was it? What exactly is that? Or who, rather. I mean, it was clearly a person's shadow. And then it's her turn for the hug. Just don't knock her off. Yeah, the one she was just using to cut mushrooms. Yeah, that's definitely more important than the things you were using to cut it with. It's on the ground, laying there. Anybody could have picked it up, really. Just use it like... I love you, Katarina. There's a mist again. What is that exactly? Can we get an explanation for that? He really does. That is some dedication. I had a feeling, again, I had a feeling it was gonna end. Okay, what was the Misty Shadow stuff? Who was the person down there that helped them not die? And Sophia, is she straight up her friend reincarnated, but doesn't quite know it? Like, she hasn't quite awakened to it the way Katarina has? Those are kind of my immediate questions. Because I thought if anyone it would be Maria, but no, apparently not. Apparently since it's Sophia. That line about not losing her again, which I saw coming, but it was still good. That was very telling. Like, even if I saw it coming at the chills, I still got the chills. The many faces of Katarina. And yep, that is it. Okay, that was the 7th episode of Hamefura. And this episode, we went on a little adventure, you know, in the dungeon. But more importantly, we got our beginning bit. Now, that's of course what I want to start with. So, Yeah, the very first thing we started with was talking about being reborn, and I wasn't sure quite who was saying this, really. But, you know, it's obviously very important. You know, I would want to be her friend again. So I think at this point it's pretty clear that this is Katarina's friend. You know, I don't think we even know Katarina's real name because they cut off very deliberately when she's about to say it. So I think that's supposed to imply we don't yet know her name. I wasn't sure if it was just something that I didn't remember personally or if it was something we didn't actually know yet. So, but it seems like we just don't know it, right? Like, I mean, I'll click on have it open, right? Well, I thought I did. I guess I don't. Okay, won't worry about it. But yeah, I don't think we know her real name, but her friend clearly talking about being reborn here. And then we got to see the actual friend herself, you know, at school. Now, yeah, the uniform she's wearing is at this beginning bit here. It's clearly the school uniform because more people than her are wearing it, and yet it looks very different than the uniform we saw later, right? Like, I'm not crazy, right? It's quite clearly different. So I guess this must be the middle school uniform and the other one, the high school one, right? Right? Anyway, yeah, we clearly became friends after she fell on her from the tree, and that's how you know it's, yeah, Katarina. But it's not Katarina, though. Like, I don't know what to call her. I don't know what her real name is, like, but she's not really Katarina, though. So I don't know. I don't know what to call her, but I'll call her Katarina because of lack of better options. Like, we know what the other girl's name is. You know, I'll call her Iwachan, though, because it's easier to remember. So yeah, Iwachan, they became obviously very close, and you can tell it's, you know, Katarina, just a lot of the stuff that she does. I mean, Katarina even commented before about similar homework habits as in the real world, and we saw some of that here. Her friend just being like, you know, what, you gotta do your best, gotta study, gotta get into school, gotta not be a failure, you know, that kind of stuff. And they clearly talked about, you know, the exam and getting into the school. And yeah, it was right after... Yeah, we have our hugs and all that. Right after that we see them in the different uniform. So I guess it just kind of implies that there's a bit of time passed between those two things. They pass and then they got their new uniforms, I guess. It still looks more like a middle school uniform than a high school one to me, but I had to accept it. That's all I got to do. I have to accept that this is the high school uniform. The other one was middle school uniform, because that's the only way things make sense. So. And we talked about Fortune Lover here because it's like one of the few things we know that they talked about with each other. And then we get the funeral scene, and that's when we got a bit of a tone shift. I mean, it's an interesting thing, right? Because isekai anime usually it involves reincarnation, which involves dying. And usually in isekai anime, we never really check up on the real world. Like, the person will die, you're reincarnated into the real world, and that's it. The rest of the show is the real world. They're probably never going to get back to the real world, ever, most of the time. So we can just kind of, like, out of sight, out of mind, that doesn't exist. It's not a thing. But if you were to actually showcase, you know, life going on in that world, you would see that everyone that's now knew her now has to live life without her. Like, they lost someone. Like, that's a really serious, tragic thing. But it never really feels like that in isekai anime because we never see it. But we see it here. So that kind of... Yeah, it leaves me with some pretty complicated feelings, because I feel bad that she just lost her close friend, but from my perspective, her close friend's still just alive and well, be it a goober in a video game world, right? But yeah, when she looked at the text as the last message she ever sent her, that was pretty sad, especially because it had a little sad emoticon on it too. And yeah, that was pretty sad, just seeing her break down like that. But yeah, this is where she talks about being reborn. So it must be implying that she died not too long after that, right? And got reincarnated? Well, I don't know. There's too much I don't know about the time frame here, so I won't worry about that too much. But at some point, it seems like she died and reincarnated as Sophia. Because we immediately transitioned from all that to Sophia waking up. You know, after we're talking about all this being reborn stuff and becoming her friend again, which Sophia clearly became her friend. They're both in different bodies now, but, you know, surely they still remember each other, they still care about each other, and they were able to reunite, you know, and find another common interest, you know, to be in the novels. So, just, wow, I really don't expect that, though. Like, not at all. Even when we started talking about reincarnation stuff, I still imagined it would be Maria, if anyone, but no. It's not. But yeah, how much does she remember, though? Because it seems like she's just in the early process of, like, awakening to her memories and stuff. Because, I mean, what the trigger with of Katarina was that she like hit her head, got like a serious head injury, and then suddenly, boom, she awoke to her old self. Like, yeah, she became herself. But you know, Sophia hasn't suffered any serious head injuries, so we haven't got that for her. So I don't really know exactly what stage she's at with that. Like, I don't know exactly how the mechanics of this work at all, really. So there's only so much I can speculate. But it seems like she has some hints there. Like, some of it is there. Because she said that very important line about not wanting to lose her again. But beyond that, we haven't heard her say anything that indicates she remembers any of that real-world stuff. So, I don't know. I'm not sure where we're going to go with that. Like, if we'll have a scene where she'll eventually, like, remember everything. If we'll have a big kind of scene about that or not. I don't know. I'm not really sure. But it's just a very interesting development that they've had here. For sure. Yeah, the one girls that were being kind of like, you know, petty in the background, being all like, you know, look at her, you know, all these amazing people around her, everyone loves her, you know, all that kind of stuff. I thought something was going to come of that, like some kind of backstab attack, like within the dungeon itself, like some kind of cheap shot. But no, we didn't actually get anything like that. I mean, you didn't really need to. Katarina's good at getting herself into trouble. She just does all the things, pushes the buttons, the little red button, presses against the wall, steps on the thing. Just everything that you shouldn't be doing, she does. And the funniest thing, the episode, for sure, was right around, well, her doing that was kind of funny. But not what I was talking about. It was, man, it has to be around here somewhere. Yeah, right about here. I wish I could be useful to them too. ... And what happens right after this? She makes such a big deal about it. Like, everyone, look out! There's danger ahead! I will protect you! She does that whole over-dramatic thing, and then she proceeds to do, like, the only magic she can do, which is a little dirt Claud thing that she does. And it was just so perfect. I don't know why I didn't laugh more at it, because it was such a perfect comedic moment. Because right after she was talking about being useful, in her the only ability that she has, like her magical ability, is so insignificant, where realistically it could never save someone. But she did her absolute best to kind of make the scene be framed in such a way that it feels like she's using her powers to save the day, like she had her time to shine. I don't know. I can't really describe why I liked it as much as I did, but it's great. Just now we can get past with no problem. And then, of course, Sophia just playing along with it, like, yay, Katarina, you're the best. Only you could have saved us from this dire situation, and it wasn't a big deal. It wasn't a big deal at all. I don't know, it was great. It was so good. And then she got lost. Freaking, of course she got lost. Nobody should have been surprised about that. Nobody should have. But the weird thing, the surprising thing, was the dark mist that seemed to kind of follow her, which even after the episode ended, I still don't quite get what that's about, really. Like, we saw it at least 3 times, but nothing really came of it, I don't think. So, yeah, really, I can't even really speculate about what that's even about. Because we had that dark mist kind of thing, but we also had, like, someone down there. Like, we saw the shadow of somebody that presumably was one that helped, but is trying to be all secret, sneaky about it. Is that connected at all to the dark little misty stuff we saw around them, or is it completely unrelated? These are the questions that I have. But yeah, she found the magical crystal, and she just used it to cut mushrooms. It's a very Katarina thing to do. Everyone appreciates that. And Maria definitely sees the dark mist right there. Yeah, because I don't think the dark mist really did much, honestly. If the wind magic save thing was done by somebody else, then yeah, I don't know. Because most of the people were like together, right? So it couldn't have been Sophia's brother, because he's like with everyone else, right? So I don't know. I'm really not sure what to make of that. So I don't know why I keep talking about it. I have nothing new to say about it. So I'll probably just cut myself off there. Either way, it was a good episode. Definitely did not expect the Sophia revelation there. I'm definitely curious to see where that goes. And we never did answer the question whether or not those mushrooms were poisonous, did we? I did like how eager some of her friends were to just try it, be a guinea pig. I'll eat it, and if I die, we know it's bad. I'm willing to do this. Just, yeah, everyone is willing to go the extra mile for our goddess Katarina over here. But yeah, I think this is gonna be the last episode for tonight. I think I'm a little bit too tired to just keep going, but I definitely interested to see where things go from here. But that is it. That is it for now, sadly. So yeah. Thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki and Ryan for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.